Let's add some moss growing on this brownish object. So basically we have two materials. We have this basic brown material and we have a material for moss. Just some procedurals mixed together to create some green patchy texture like this. Alright, it also has a slight fall off for the edges and a slight bump map as well. And I want to add this moss only on those surfaces that are pointing upwards or are exposed to rain. This is usually where the moss grows on objects. So let's create a new Vray blend material and connect these two. First one to the base and the second one to the coat. Okay, and let's start with the fall off map in the blend amount slot. So let's set that towards the towards the axis as usual. Right, and looks like we need to swap those colors around. So the moss is on top, exactly like this. And then just bring up the contrast to make the transition sharper. Right. And let's test it out and see how it looks now. Okay, so first of all we have to assign the material. Okay, and now it should work. Okay, so the moss is in the right places, but I think it doesn't look too realistic. It just looks like some sort of a green coating and not some patchy natural growth. So I'm gonna mix it together with some dirt texture. So set up a mix map here, and I'm going to use that fall off as my mix amount, and change my white color to something a bit patchier, like dirt number 4, or maybe dirt 9. Let's go for dirt 9 right now, and let's see how that looks on the model. Okay, and let's bring up the tiling to something like 3 by 3. I think that's going to work a bit better. Okay, so as you can see, we have some of the pattern visible on those areas where it shouldn't be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and assign an output map right after this mix. And this will allow me to control the contrast of this map. So, for example, if right now it looks like this, I can go ahead and add some output. And change this. Change those color points so they're a bit closer. It also makes the whole texture a bit more contrasty. Okay, let's check again. Okay, the texture looks better, but we're still getting it in the areas we don't want to. So we have to go to that fall off and move it towards the left side. And now we have the moss exactly where we want it, only on the areas facing upwards. Right? And you can adjust the bitmap if you wish. So let's say we want a smaller pattern, so let's try it at 5 by 5. Or perhaps let's say we want the moss to be a bit less dense. You can also do that by, for example, inverting this bitmap. Okay. and I think this might look a bit better. Right, so this looks pretty good. The only thing left to do is bumping up that moss layer using the same mask we're using for the blend. So for now we are using this map in the bump slot. We want to add these white areas from this mask, so we have to use a composite map here. And it's really simple. You just create a composite, use this as layer 1, add another layer, and assign this output map here. Basically, since we want only the white areas to appear, we can go for something like lighten. And if you preview the mask, you'll see how it looks now. Okay, you have your regular bump and these white patches on top of that. So maybe let's bring the opacity down to like 75, and I think we are ready for our final result. I'm just gonna make the bump a bit stronger. Okay. And that's the final result, with moss growing on top of our object.